It's a curious thing in life, perhaps you've pondered it too. Sometimes we pour our heart and soul into a project, genuinely believing in its value. Yet the recognition or opportunities we expect don't always match our dedication. Meanwhile, we might see other people or ideas with seemingly less substance take off with an ease that makes us scratch our heads and ask, what's the secret here? Is there an unwritten instruction manual for this game of life that I simply never received? Indeed, that intuition that there is a logic behind the scenes, something not always obvious, is often correct. There is, in fact, a powerful dynamic, almost an unwritten law, that profoundly influences who gains prominence and why. And this dynamic has a name. It's the law of perceived value. The interesting part is, when I began to investigate and understand how it truly operates, I realized the game isn't just about how objectively good you are or how hard you work, but ultimately about how all of that is perceived by others. The good news is that unraveling this law isn't rocket science, and truly understanding its rules can transform how you navigate your ambitions and how your value is finally seen and recognized. It's not about learning tricks or manipulations, but rather about better understanding how we, as human beings, assign value and connect with one another. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So, let's try to look beyond the surface. What truly makes up this perceived value? It's not a price tag or a certificate on the wall, though these can play a role. It's something more fluid. Think of it as the story that forms in another person's mind and heart about you, your idea, or your work. It's the sum of impressions, emotions stirred, expectations built, and the stories told or those we tell ourselves, often unknowingly. It's the difference between a handcrafted item that's just pretty and one that embodies the artisan's soul, an origin story, a promise of uniqueness, making it truly desired. Think of a book that wasn't the most scholarly, yet touched you so personally that you recommend it to everyone, or the leader who doesn't always have the most technical answers, but inspires immense loyalty and trust in their team, because people feel genuinely seen and understood by them. In both cases, perceived value transcended simple functionality or technical knowledge. It connected with something deeper. If this dynamic is so present, why does it often seem like such a well-kept secret? Perhaps it's because we were raised in a culture that, quite rightly, extols merit, effort, and substance, and the idea that packaging or narrative can carry as much weight as content can sometimes feel uncomfortable, as if it's a betrayal of authenticity. Another reason is that perception is subjective and difficult to measure. So many prefer to focus on what's concrete and controllable, but ignoring how we are perceived is like a talented musician playing the most incredible instrument in the world, yet with their back to the audience. In a dark room, the talent is there, the value is there, but the connection just doesn't happen. And herein lies a delicate and profound point. Perceived value, while not something's total value, often functions as if it is in the practical world. It opens or closes doors. It attracts or repels opportunities, not that intrinsic reality or inherent value doesn't matter. It's the foundation. But perception is the beacon guiding others' decisions concerning that foundation. Understanding this isn't about becoming superficial, but about being a more conscious guardian of one's own light, ensuring it can be seen in its true intensity. So, if perception is this lens through which the world sees us, how can we ourselves polish this lens with integrity and intention? It's not about wearing a mask, but about revealing our best angle. There are some principles, some keys, that, when understood, help us build the bridge between our real value and how it is perceived. The first step, and perhaps the most transformative, is to find the soul of your message. At your core, what do you truly offer the world that only you can, in your unique way? It's not a list of skills, but the essence of your why. When you can articulate this with heartfelt clarity, simply and genuinely, something magical happens. People don't just understand, they feel. And when they feel, the perception of value deepens immensely. What's the unique story only you can tell about? What do you do? Trust isn't demanded, it's cultivated. And in the garden of perceived value, the seeds of trust are the concrete proof of your capability and impact. But not just any proof. The kind that truly resonates, tells a story of transformation, shows the before and after in someone's life, and reveals not just the what, but the how and the for whom. A heartfelt testimonial, a result that speaks for itself. A small demonstration allowing others to savor your value. These are the threads of truth that weave a perception of credibility and depth. There's a subtle yet incredibly powerful mirror in the dynamic of perceived value. How you see and feel about your own worth is often directly reflected in how others perceive you. This isn't about an inflated ego or loud self-confidence. It's about cultivating inner serenity, a quiet conviction born from the alignment between who you are, what you believe, and what you do. This silent energy, this genuine self-esteem, needs no words. It's felt, and it naturally attracts recognition. And finally, what truly elevates perceived value to another level is the touch of your uniqueness. Amidst so much noise, so much sameness, what makes you memorable? What is your signature in the world? It could be a unique perspective, an origin story that defines you, a passion that overflows, a particular attention to detail, or even a vulnerability that both humanizes you and connects you. Finding and expressing this authentic essence is what transforms the good into unforgettable, and the valuable into irreplaceable in the minds and hearts of others. It's fundamental, when we talk about influencing perceptions, to keep our moral compass well calibrated. The journey to a higher perceived value is only sustainable and truly gratifying if it's paved with authenticity and integrity. This isn't about creating a persona, but about refining the truest expression of who you already are and the value you genuinely carry. The difference is subtle, but it is everything. Like a garden, perceived value needs continuous cultivation. It's not a trophy you win once and then display on a shelf. It's a living energy, one that's reflected and reshaped in every interaction, every project, every new way you present yourself to the world. It means being attentive to the feedback you receive, learning from it, and continually refining how your inner light is revealed to others. So, my invitation to you today is one of curious observation. Start noticing in your daily life how this law of perceived value operates. Observe it in the people you admire, the projects that inspire you, the ideas that captivate you. What do they communicate and how? And then, with that same curiosity, look inward. What small gesture, what tweak in your communication, what untold story of yours could, starting today, begin to change the way your value is perceived? The law of perceived value, which once seemed hidden or reserved for a few initiates, is actually within reach of all of us who choose to look more attentively and intentionally at how we connect and express our truth in the world. It's not about becoming someone different, but about more fully becoming who you already are and allowing that value to resonate authentically. The real magic happens when your internal value finds the clarity to be seen externally. I'd love to know what deeper reflection our conversation has sparked in you. What personal hidden law might you have begun to unravel today? Share your ideas and insights in the comments below. Let's continue this journey of discovery together.